Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. What is your name?
My name's Amber Calderero.
Hello, Amber. Thank you for giving me some of your time. Where are you from?
I'm from Dover, Delaware.
What brings you here to Philadelphia, PA?
Well, Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, there was a fish concert up at the Man. Me and my boyfriend came up here to work the fish concert, see the concert, and our ride actually left and never came back and got us, so I've been stuck out here since then.
Okay. Do you have any siblings? Any brothers or sisters?
I do have a sister. She's 3 years younger.
Do you have a good relationship with her?
Not really. I haven't spoken to her in like 3 years.
How was your childhood growing up? Did you grow up with both your mother and your father?
I did, yes. We both did, yeah.
Would you say you had a pretty good childhood?
We didn't have a lot of money, but yeah, we had mom and dad. My dad was about 17 years older than my mom. My mom had me at like 29, so she was a little bit older. My dad was 17 years older than her. And then my sister came 3 years later, so my parents were a little older, but they were good parents, great parents.
Awesome. Did you finish high school?
I did, yes.
Did you get into a career after high school? Like, what type of work did you do?
I went to culinary art school in Chester, PA, and I got my associate's degree in culinary arts, pastries. But when I was 24 years old, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, so I couldn't do that anymore. I started doing things that I could do. I ended up getting lost in drugs after pain management and all that, and then I got cleaned up. And
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 39.
39. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have any hobbies or any interests, things to keep your mind busy?
I love to read.
You love to read?
Yes, I read a lot.
So you're a bookworm, huh?
Yeah, I've been using my phones like Amazon books and stuff like that lately. I like real books, but it's easier to do it that way now.
Do you have a favorite novel that you can name off the top of your head? One of your favorite books?
Little Women. I've always loved that.
So is it a paperback or a textback?
Yeah, it's an older book. So they made a movie out of it. But
Oh, really?
I read it in school, and I've always loved it. I read it 2 or 3 times.
Okay. Do your family know you're out here stuck? Have you tried reaching out for help?
Yes, my phone died later that night after the second day of the concert, and nobody around here let me charge the phone, no businesses or anything like that. The fire company finally let me charge it yesterday, and he let me charge my battery, and I finally got to talk to my mom and my grandmother, and so I've been able to talk to them since yesterday.
Is anybody trying to help you get back?
Yes, they are. They're trying to help me. My mom she can't drive up here. She doesn't see very well. My father passed away. My grandmother's like 92. My grandfather passed away. So they can't come up here, but they've been sending me money so that I can at least, we're not rich, but they send me money so I can get something to eat and something to drink. It's hard up here. I don't know how these people do it on the streets. I don't.
I know early in the story you mentioned you having a problem with some substance abuse.
I did, yeah.
When did you first start dabbling around with substances?
Well, I was put in pain management soon after I was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, and transverse myelitis, which is a sister of MS. And I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know anything about the opiate medication that they were putting me on. They didn't explain about it until one day I was like, well, I'm really not in that much pain, so I'm not going to take it because I'm kind of like falling asleep at work and I have a child and I can't do this. But then I got really sick and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I called the doctor. He said, we can't do that, you'll have withdrawal symptoms. And I said, well, I mean, it's not drugs. And he said, well, it's opiate medication. So then that's when I started to learn about it. But I mean, things just, it got worse and worse and worse after that, the drugs.
So would you say the opioid medication was the gateway to get you started?
Absolutely.
If you don't mind me asking, what was your drug of choice?
Heroin, for many years.
Wow.
Many years.
About how many years would you say you were utilizing that substance?
Oh God, more than 10.
Wow.
A little more than 10, yeah.
How did it make you feel when you used to use it? If you can give us a description on what did it make you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally?
At first, it was good, but I mean, after that, after maybe a month or 2, maybe even sooner than that, I just got depressed. It was more and more. I realized I wasn't even happy anymore. It was a full-time job to try and find a drug to try and keep up with it. I mean, first it was pills, and then it was heroin, and like I never did any prostitution or anything like that, but it could have easily gotten to that. So I was put into a treatment center way before that I ever got to that. So I was very fortunate enough to get help, but I mean, I experienced a lot of bad stuff while I was on it. It was fun. It was when I was younger, but after a while, it's like you're chasing that high from the very beginning that you're never really going to get again.
Would you say at the moment you're rehabilitated, or are you still battling on and off?
I still battle. I'm in recovery, but I mean, like, I have to work very, very, very hard out of it. I mean, I've relapsed so many times, so many times, and it's not just with the heroin. I mean, it's the pills as well, and it's a struggle with my MS because a doctor, if I go to the hospital, they're gonna, oh, you're in pain, so we're gonna want to give you pain medication. I have to tell them I'm an addict, and they're like, well, I'm sorry, but your blood pressure is up. We gotta give you something, and that just starts it all over again.
The cycle, yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
You said you had a child. Do you have the child in your custody?
She's grown now. She's 23.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's 23.
So how's your relationship with your child?
She's awesome. She's great. I mean, we went through it when she was younger. Her father actually died of a drug overdose.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear.
We were 21 years old. She was 3 years old. So I had her when I was young. But we battled that. She had cutting issues because of it. She had eating disorder, bulimia because of it. But now we've gotten through all of that. She's doing so good.
Does she know you're out here?
Yeah, she does.
How does she feel about that?
She moved to North Carolina to work, so she's kind of further away now. She's worried, of course. I've talked to her, but you know, like she's far away. She's not much she can do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to ask her to come get me either. I would never do that.
Have you tried seeking help? Like, and whether you're in Delaware or you're in Philadelphia, do you think there's enough resources to help individuals overcome their demons that, you know, what you guys are battling?
There is, but you have to utilize it. You have to, like, you gotta want it too. Like, you gotta really, really want it, because if you don't want it, then you're doing it for somebody else, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna do it. You're not, oh, I'm gonna do it for my daughter, or oh, I'm gonna do it for my dog, or my mom, or whoever. It doesn't work. I tried to do it for everybody else, it didn't work until I got tired of it, sick and tired, and I just did it for me. And it's still a struggle, still, every single day. So.
All right. Do you have any favorite foods? Anything that you love to eat?
I love seafood.
You love seafood?
Seafood and cheese. So.
Cool. How about beverage? Do you have a beverage of choice? One of your favorite drinks?
Iced tea.
Iced teas?
Yeah.
Cool. Favorite color?
Red.
You love red?
Red.
Do you have a favorite TV show or movie?
Movie, I would say The Labyrinth. I love
The Labyrinth?
Yeah, The Labyrinth.
Didn't they make a book also?
They did. They made Pan Labyrinth, which is like, it's in another language. It's like in Spanish. They made The Labyrinth with, I think David Bowie's in it too. Or is it Rod? I can't remember. It's Rod Stewart or David Bowie. One of the old singers my mom knows about. But yeah, there's a movie. There's a book. But I love the movie. I remember from as a child. Like, I love it.
Do you have any favorite music, like a favorite artist, a band or something?
Incubus. I love Incubus.
Incubus?
Grateful Dead, Fish.
What genre would that fall under?
Rock.
Rock and roll?
Yeah, rock.
Cool. If you knew someone who was getting into substance abuse and you wanted to give them some advice to prevent them from following your footsteps, what advice would you give them?
Just don't start doing it. Please don't start doing it. Like, I've seen people are like, oh, I've never done that, or I've never done this, but I always wanted to try it. I want to try everything. Just don't do it. You're not missing anything. You're not.
Absolutely.
You're not.
Have you heard about our Kensington and Allegheny crisis right now? The opioid crisis, a couple blocks from here?
Oh my God, yes. I was actually down there for loss prevention. I went down there because I heard that, they had free water and stuff like that, and I'm out here, it's hot. So I went down there, and it's sad how many people are out there just getting high, and they're just running behind them trying to get them on the methadone clinic or the Suboxone clinic, or even keep them with clean needles if they're going to continue to get high. Like, I even went and got some. I got a whole bag of them. They gave me like 30 of them, so I could just give them to people.
Yes.
I mean, if anything, at least try to be safe if you're going to still do it.
Yes. What do you think it's going to take to clean up Kensington? Do you think a cleanup is in the near future? Do you think that's possible? And if so, what do you think are the steps that would need to be taken?
Well, I mean, it just seems like it's getting worse. It really is. But I mean, I was here years ago, and I mean, it just moved. I guess moved different areas. Like, some areas got better and some areas got worse that were better before. So I don't really know. People got, it's both sides. We've got to have more people out there trying to help the addicts, and we've got to have the addicts who want to help themselves. Like, it's got to be both sides.
A 50-50, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. So.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I'm hoping, I want to go back to school and study behavioral psychology. I started again a couple of years ago, and I relapsed again, so I dropped out of school, and I really want to go back. I just want to go back.
What makes you interested in behavioral psychology?
I don't know, it just took hold of me. I started reading about it, and like, I didn't really know what it was. I heard about it on some movie or something. So this woman said, "Oh, I do behavioral psychology." What is that? So I looked it up, I started reading, and it just, I don't know, it just took hold of me. It sounds interesting.
Wow.
Like, I kind of want to help people at the same time, but I'm not too sure if I want to be right there interacting with them all the time, or if I want to, be behind the scenes helping. I'm not sure, so I'm like trying to figure that out.
Okay. Last question. If there was one thing you could change about the world, what would you change and why?
Oh gosh, I would just want everybody to be happy. That's what I want. Everybody to be happy, healthy, have everything that they need, and not have to struggle every day. That's what I want.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.